Ah, man. What do I think of the Niners draft pick overall, man? Okay. On day one, Mikael Williams, I did love the pick. You needed to set the edge. I was fine with that. And he would fit right into our system, so that made a lot of sense. The second round pick, Alfred Collins, I love that pick too. You need a guy who could stop the run and disrupt. He does that. And third round pick, we get a linebacker. It might turn out to be a good pick at the end of the day because you need a linebacker to replace Dre Greenlaw. So there will be competition between him and D Winters for that will spot. Um, the third round pick, Upton Stout. You kind of like fill that need for nickel spot. So he plays well at nickel. So that is a good value pick. Going into the fourth round, you get another defensive tackle. You get one of the best run stoppers in the country. CJ West, hands down, he's a good run stopper. He kind of gives me the vibes of DJ Jones. He's like DJ Jones, bro. This guy's a dog. That was a great pick. Then going into the 138 pick, you get a wide receiver from Ole Miss. You get yourself a playmaker. You get yourself a guy who can make some nice big plays. And he can be electrifying. He can return kicks. He can block, which is something that's going to make it simple for him to be on the football field. So he's got speed. He's going to give us some big playability. So I'm okay with that pick. You need somebody that can take the offense to the next level. And then going into the to the fifth round, you get a running back from Oregon, Jordan James, who's been considered underrated. The Niners got him in the fifth round. So there's a good value pick. So he'll be our number 3 running back or maybe 4th, who knows. But I feel like you already addressed a lot of those type of needs for sure. Then you get a safety from Kansas State. We already been filling a lot of the safety spots, but I guess you want to make it pretty strong. And this guy can tackle, so I feel like he has a good chance to make the roster based by special teams and what he can do. So that's not too bad of a pick. Then you go into the 7th round and you get yourself a quarterback. You get yourself a quarterback from Indiana, Curtis Work. You make the quarterback group stronger. So it's going to be competition for Tanner Mordecai. So I think for Tanner Mordecai, he's going to have a better camp, or else Curtis Work will make a strong case to be our 3rd quarterback. Then the 249 pick, Connor Colby. It took us until the 7th round to get an offensive lineman. It took us that long. We should have addressed it earlier, but it is what it is. At least you got the offensive lineman. But then you go into the final pick, you get another wide receiver. You get somebody who can break tackles and make plays. So you get this guy, Junior Burgeon from Montana. So my overall grade, I have to say it's a B minus. B minus. Because a lot of the picks were great. Like if I had to tell you what picks were really great and which ones I didn't like that much, I actually liked a lot of the picks more than I didn't like the picks. So I'll name you the picks I like better. I really like the CJ West pick, honestly. I like the Alfred Collins pick. I like the Mikael Williams pick. I like the Upton Stout pick. The Jordan Watkins pick is pretty intriguing. I'm not gonna lie. The Jordan James seems like an underrated pick. There's quite a few. There's maybe 1 or 2 picks I don't like. The receiver from Montana, I don't know what he can be. Nick Martin, I don't know what he's capable of being, but he might be good. But I feel like majority of the picks I liked. What did we do wrong going into the draft? We didn't go on addressing offensive line more. We went late for an offensive lineman. We didn't even get a tight end. So it's kind of like whatever, but you got 11 picks. You came away with 11 picks. So more than likely, I'm pretty sure majority of the picks are probably going to have a chance to make that roster. Maybe 8 or 10 out of 11 will make the roster or practice squad, one of those guys. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 8 to 9 guys making the team. and one when the other two would probably make the practice squad or go elsewhere. So we'll see. But I would say a B minus. A B minus, not too bad. You solidify your defensive line. You fixed the weakest part. You added some playmakers on offense. You added some secondary need. And you added a linebacker depth. And you pretty much did everything except getting tight end and getting a little bit aggressive on offensive line. But that's okay. It's a B minus. That's fine.